moment that changed my life. I'd been cutting hair for almost 30 years. No. I remember the moment that changed my life. It was in the middle of a haircut. I'd been cutting hair for almost 27 years at that point. And I was waiting for an important phone call. My doctor. I took the call outside, left my client sitting in the chair, took the call outside, and as you can imagine, the only thing I could reply back was, "Oh shit. I had breast cancer." My husband happened to be working next door at the time, and somebody went over and got him, and I was sitting there crying, and he came in, and he's crying, and the thing is, I knew that it was cancer, but still getting a cancer diagnosis is a frightening thing. You cry. And my doctor had said, "Just come over right away." So off I went. I did leave my client with a half a haircut. Somebody else had to finish it. And we drove over to the doctor's office. And, well, first I should probably tell you how I had been cutting hair long enough that my back was becoming problematic, and I was looking for something new to do, and I heard about life coaching, and I thought, well, I'm one of the original life coaches. I've been coaching behind the chair for 27 years. And I thought, well, imagine if I had some skills and some tools. I might be kind of dangerous, right? So I'm halfway through this coach's training program, and we had been learning all about our mindset. And we had been learning about living at cause for our life or living at effect of our lives. And it turns out that I was living in a pretty bad neighborhood, victimhood. I was learning how I had lived the majority of my life at effect of my circumstances and was not making empowering choices for myself. I was kind of like a ball in a pinball machine, bouncing around. Whatever hit me next, that was what was going on. And the other side of that was being at cause or at choice for your life. So I'm thinking about this as I'm driving over to the doctor's office. So I'm thinking about this as I'm sitting in the doctor's office on those cold chairs with that terrible smell. And I thought, this is it. This is it. This is a test. Or not a test, but this is it. This is my chance to put into practice what I've been learning. It was like God said, okay, let's go. You got a choice. And right in that moment, I chose joy. We walked into the doctor's office, whom I really cared for. I liked her a lot. And I was like, a little chit-chat, a little crying, sat down. And I said, okay, what do we got to do? And she's like, what? I said, let's go. What do we got to do? And she told me, and we answered, and she said, you know, most people can't even make a decision until they've sat with this for a few days. And I said, oh no, I'm ready, let's go. Let's do this thing. She's like, okay. So what happened for me with that cancer diagnosis was that I surrendered to what is, and I accepted it. Because what you resist persists. And I made a choice, rather than feeling like I had been done to, I was thinking I had been done for. This had been done for me, not to me. And I made a choice and decided to live responsibly, choosing to have joy. I got kind of sidetracked there. What's next? Oh, so I empowered myself in that moment. I couldn't change what was. I was going to have cancer either way, and I could be a victim, and I could be in low energy. I could be blaming and telling stories and feeling sorry for myself. But I wasn't really sure how much time I had left. Life is short. You need to wake up. I didn't know if I was going to die from this or not. And I had a choice. I could be miserable, or I could be at cause for my life, at choice for my life, and choose joy. And that's what I did. Because I really think, I know, if I had been a victim and complained and got everybody on board with me to understand how terrible everything was, which I had several people like that in my life that would, and or would have, and I said no. I am going to enjoy these days. I don't know how many days I have left, and I am going to have, and I am going to be in joy. And I had a new husband, 7 months, and 2 teenage daughters, both who were in really big fear about losing me. And I knew that who I was going to be, who I was being by choice, was going to be the main energy in our house. And if I lived in fear, they were all going to be in fear. But if I lived in joy, they were going to be in joy. And yes, we all still were worried and concerned, whatnot. But you understand, this changed the way every day happened. The way I lived every day. Whether I was sitting in the chemo chair for 5 hours, or I was laying in bed, unable to pick my head up off the pillow, I looked at what was joyful. I remember the vivid colors of the fall leaves. I remember the smell of my daughter's hair when she came to snuggle with me after her bath. I remember when my husband would walk in the room and bring me crackers and Diet Sierra Mist is what I was drinking, or Sierra Mist, not Diet. And I would smile and I would see the twinkle in his eyes when he smiled. That is what living in joy looks like. Choosing to see the joy. So completely changed my life that I knew in that minute that that was my purpose for coaching. And I am passionate about people choosing to live in joy.